Jeff is that he's got a wealth of experience. He's a former kicker punter, so he knows he can be a technician and can help our guys. And I think he's brought a different kind of scheme in a lot of our just all over in all four phases, and so he has had the ability to keep their interest, and sometimes change is good.
On a similar note, what have Mark Hagan brought to the table so far since he's been with the program?
Well, I think he's got a bunch of young guys. He's got Donnie Baggs, who really has not played a whole lot of football here at Texas A&M. You've got two guys who should be going to the prom next month, and linebacker with Brett Wade and Reggie, and then he's got junior college transfer that just got here. So, I don't talk to him much. He's busy. His plate's full. He's running around. He's meeting, and he's chasing guys all over the place. And you throw Sean Ward in there, and there's just the guys who haven't played a bunch, and with Jenkins out, that's given all those guys a lot of turns. And Nate Askew, who we moved from wide receiver, so he's got a room full of guys who it's good for a new coach, because those guys aren't used to doing a lot of things, and he's got a lot of energy, and obviously those guys have made really good strides during the course of spring.
You've worked with obviously some talented quarterbacks, guys like Bradford and Keenum. When you look at Johnny's progress as a passer, in his second year of this offense, as you guys are getting started, what are you seeing, and how far along is he compared to maybe some of those guys were?
Well, it's everybody. Me, Sam. It's hard for me to compare guys. They've all been different. From the beginning. So, I think what you see is his improvement from game one last year, particularly the first 4 or 5 games, to the last 5 or 6 games during the year. His continued progress will go through the summer, hopefully like it did last year.
Coach, what do you want from you guys? They have a couple of days off before you get started on a busy week next week. What do you have them do?
We have them do nothing. We're going to, I'm a big believer in this is Easter weekend, and letting guys get back with their families. We got a lot of guys within 300-400 miles from here, so we practiced tonight and did a little bit of live work, and then we'll meet in the morning and get them out of here before 11 o'clock, so everybody can get home. It's Good Friday and it's Easter weekend, and then we'll get back to work next Monday.
How was Nate Askew coming along with this new position?
It's going good. He's it's some good, some bad. He's been over there 9 practices and pads, and I think the great thing about it has been his attitude and how he's approached the position, how he wants to get better, how he hasn't shied away from contact, and his ability. He's one of the top 4 athletes on this whole team. So he can really help us if he continues to get better the way he's gotten better the last couple of weeks.
It seems like more programs are offering high school prospects to sophomores. What's your stance on early recruiting in general?
Well, we're in that boat. So obviously that's the way the game's played now. And you have there's so much information out there. There's so much access. So many guys, particularly when you're in our location, in the state of Texas, and location, where we are, proximity to Louisiana, guys drive over here, and you get, there's a lot of instances where you've got really good older players. And you've got young guys on the same team that want to come watch the game or come watch practice, and you start building relationships with those kids, and the information that we have now is so much further ahead than it was maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago, because of combine results, video, one-day camps, the ability to evaluate guys. So it's our guys. You run the risk of them not developing sometimes, yeah. But there's guys now that, I was just talking to our staff the other day. There's a top one, which I think is possible. I think you can make a top 10. But I don't know how you guys can figure out who number 81 and number 52 is as a sophomore. You guys, if that's the case, you guys ought to be doing this job.